days in Japan, stayed at 5 different hotel accommodations, and spent $635 on those accommodations. My first 2 nights, I stayed at a women's only capsule hotel. This accommodation had a traditional Japanese onsen on the property, and it was only $39 a night. Now, the onsen and the location of this property is really what makes it worth it, because this train station is Shibuya, which is where the famous crosswalk is. What I didn't like about the property is the mattress was only about an inch thick, and where you kept your luggage was in the same room as you slept, so it was really hard to stay quiet when other people were sleeping. I give this property a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I then traveled 2 hours outside of Tokyo to Nikko, where I stayed in this capsule hotel. There were only 4 people sleeping per room, which was absolutely amazing. The location was phenomenal. The bathroom wasn't my favorite, but honestly, this was one of the only pitfalls. For 2 nights, I spent $65, and the bed was honestly so cozy. 4 out of 5 stars. Now, I have to admit, I usually don't like hostels because I just don't like sharing a bathroom. So for my 3rd night in Nikko, I spent $45 to stay at a hotel that looked like it was literally from the 1980s. The hotel itself was nothing fancy, but that's kind of the charm. The bed was comfortable, it was clean, it actually had a heated blanket on the bed. For the price, cleanliness, and having your own space, 4 out of 5 stars. I then made it back to Tokyo, where I ended up staying here for 4 nights. It had a little cafe downstairs. The bathroom section was disconnected, and all of these were individual showers. They also offer mixed dorm rooms and also women only rooms, which is a really nice touch. And this really gave your typical backpackers hostel vibe. It also offered a free walking tour, and I honestly really enjoyed it. This was more on the expensive side, but honestly, it was worth it if you're looking for a safe, clean environment. 4.5 out of 5 because it still is a hostel. On my last night, I decided to splurge, and I spent this much on one single night. This hotel was a perfect mix of a modern hotel along with a traditional Japanese ryokan, and the onsen at this hotel had natural black spring water. I have to admit that the vibes were absolutely immaculate. The rooms were extremely simple, but they honestly were really cozy and nice. I thought it was absolutely hilarious that the steam room has a TV inside of it. Now, being in Asakusa, if you're really looking for that tourist vibe, it is fantastic location. And if you have the money to spend, by all means, it was a great experience. But if you're going out of your way to splurge on a nice hotel, in my opinion, it wasn't quite worth it. The property itself is a 5 out of 5 star, but if you calculate the price, I honestly would give it more of like a 3.5 to a 4.